Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got an awesome lawnmower to show you. This is a remote controlled lawnmower. It runs on batteries. Here's the remote controller for it, just like your RC toys. Now this machine is actually well built and I want to show it to you in detail here, and then you're going to see it in action. So here it is. It's the Mowrator all-wheel drive lawnmower. It's electric with batteries. The battery is under here. You just pop the lid open and you've got a large 56 volt 18 amp hour battery. This machine will run for over an hour. Now here's the remote for it, and it does feel solidly built. And by the way, I have used a mower. I thought I would use it before making the video because it's a lot easier to talk about it that way. The machine does come with a bagging system. If you want to use the bagger, you can take the bag off if you want. And if you have a close look at it, you can see it's solidly built. It's all metal. The whole housing is metal actually. The tires are solid rubber, but they are soft. There's no tube in there, so your tires will never go flat. And if we walk around it, you can see there's an awesome bumper in the front. And let me flip the machine over to show you the blade. And here's the blade under here. You can see that I've actually used the machine, so a lot of grass is stuck to the deck. And the blade is still nice and sharp actually. And look at how solid this machine is, guys. It's all steel. There's actual bearings for the wheels over here, not bushings. And the whole deck is steel. And the deck height adjuster is right here. So the deck floats independently of the frame, so you don't need to adjust every wheel to lift the deck. There's actually a motor right there for the blade, and there is a motor for each wheel on this machine. This is the all-wheel drive version of the Mowrator. You can also buy the two-wheel drive version, which will be powered from the back wheels, and the front wheels just kind of roll. So overall, I'm pretty impressed at the build, guys. It's super solid, like super solid. I've used it. We've actually scraped some rocks with it. You can see the scratches. Now I'm going to show you the remote over here. To power this on, you have to hit this button over here, hold it for a few seconds. It's going to power up like that. Now when you buy this machine, you will get a code to input. So I'll put my code in. Now it says disconnected over here, so what you have to do at this point is lift the lid over here. Make sure that the wire right here is plugged in. This is actually where you plug in your charger to charge the battery. It pulls out really easy like this. This is the actual wire that goes to the machine to power it up. Now to get it online, you have to hold this button until all the 4 lights come on. And you're going to see the lights here change colors. You want them to go green. And once the lights are green on each side, the machine is ready for action. Now this stick over here is for front and forward. This is for the steering. Now with this machine here, you can actually do a complete 360 turn in one spot. Now this button here is for the cruise control. Once you push this, the machine will go nice and straight until you hit one of the joysticks right here. Then it'll stop. These buttons over here are for U-turns. When you're cutting grass, if you push this button over here, it will turn around and come back in your direction, and vice versa on this side over here. This is a panic button here. If something happens, you push this, it'll kill the machine immediately. So if your dog or small child is running toward the machine and you can see something bad may happen, you just push this and it'll shut it off. So I pushed it and it turned the light red. So what I'll do is pop this up and now it's green again. You've got different speeds here for your drive, for the speed of the machine, and this button here is for the speed of the blades. This button right here has manual mode and smart mode. If you put it in smart mode, it activates all the sensors on the machine. So if the machine gets close to anything, it'll probably shut off. Now, even if it's on manual and you hit something like a pole or something like that, it will trip off the machine as well. I'm not sure what the C1 and C2 buttons are for. If you want to engage the blades, you have to hold both buttons over here, and then you got to push the OK button right here. And you must keep one finger on one of the buttons. Now you can charge this charger by just plugging in your phone charger right here. Now if we come back to the machine, these are also a panic button or a shut off button. If you push that, it pretty well kills the machine right away. And to reset it, you just turn it, it'll pop up, your light's green. Now this machine here will mow in reverse. However, the speed is a lot slower in reverse than in forward. And this machine here also has a washboard that you can hook up your garden hose, turn on the blades while the water's running, and it'll clean your deck. Okay guys, I just want to show you here just how much of an incline there is here. And you saw earlier the machine went up with no problems while cutting grass. I'm at a friend's place here. He hasn't cut the grass in 2-3 weeks. And there's a little bit left here on the incline. So he's going to go right up that. And it's pretty steep actually. You can see a hot tub there, so it comes right down and the machine can do this. No problems at all. Now the reason I have the flap up is because I don't want to use the bag for cutting this lawn here today. So I've just put a sling here to hold the flat back. I will recommend to Mowrator to possibly make a discharge chute that you could just put in here and it would stay in place and shoot out the grass. There's no side discharge, so it's coming out the back here. If your grass was like super dry when you cut it, you may not have to lift the flap, but it's working out better for me today to have the flap up. Otherwise, the machine is performing really well. Okay guys, here's a feature I want to mention here. If you hit something with the machine, so we just ran into the trampoline pole here, what that'll do is trip the machine to shut off. And what I do in that case is I turn the battery off. And then I just restart it again. And what you want are the lights here on each side to go green. When they're red, it's because it's been tripped, and this is all you have to do if that happens. Now the lights are green and the machine's going to go. Okay, if you want to use the bagger system here, you just lift the flap and then you get the bag in right there, just like that. These two hooks go on the bar and you let the flap go down. Okay, so now to just empty it, just do the same here. And look at how full it is. And I'll just dump this in the bush here. Okay, we just did my friend's lawn here and it's quite big, all of this. And if you walk over there, we did all that section too. And hilly stuff as well. So that uses even more battery. Where the hot tub is, that's on an incline or decline. So all that. So if you look at all this, and it was pretty well the second time that I used it, first time for my friend. So there was a learning curve involved here with running a remote controlled lawnmower. But he says he did it just as fast as doing it by hand with his push mower. So even with the learning curve, guys, it's still pretty efficient. So if there's some of you guys watching that pilot RC aircraft and other things like that, you're going to catch on to this immediately. It's really quick. Like I said, my friend's never used this before, does not play video games, and he's caught on pretty quick tonight. Anyway, the machine overall is pretty impressive, and the battery life as well in the remote and the machine itself. So we ran this machine for over an hour, probably an hour and 15 minutes, and the battery's flashing on the last light, so it's just about dead. But again, we ran it for over an hour, which is pretty awesome. And it's showing here on the remote that the battery in the mower is just about dead. This is the battery level in the remote. It's showing that it's about 3/4 charged up still. So overall, pretty impressive. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I know it's not for everybody, but it is fun to use actually. I actually enjoyed using the machine. It's kind of like playing with my remote controlled pickup truck that I have from Traxxas. And you can just sit back, have your beer or drink and mow your lawn, guys, without breaking a sweat. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.